Salina, Kansas, KKOA Car Show. Classic cars, trucks, hot rods, and lead sleds. Here in Salina, Kansas, the crossroads of America, and checking out classic cars. They've cruised in from all over the country. 1968 or 69 Olds Vista Cruiser. It's got the big glass panels in the roof. This is reminiscent of that 70s show. 62 Oldsmobile Starfire. Super neat car, got the dual-edged front fenders. Such a neat, iconic 1960s car. A lot of pizzazz. Not everybody's a fan of the rose color, but it really works on this car. '68 Pontiac Bonneville, two-door hardtop. Gold interior. Looks like by the jams, the original color of this one was white. '67, I guess it is. Good old cruiser car. I'm not a huge Pontiac guy, but 67, 68 fastbacks to me are the top of the stack for Pontiacs. I believe this is a '39 Ford Deluxe convertible. Very well presented car. Factory black is tough color to get. Smooth and blocked out and looking good, and they've definitely done that for this car. Your convertibles usually had vinyl or leather upholstery. They didn't put cloth in them because if they got rained in once, that rain would just pretty well ruin it. '57 Ford Kustom 500. This is a pretty plain Jane car, but it's been preserved in fantastic original low mileage condition. Still got the stock 6-cylinder. Totally original inside except for the new stereo. Super straight, super clean car, which is pretty exceptional for a '57 Ford because they really like to rust. Cars are only original once, and this one still is. What a fantastic Ford. Traditional hot rod with a '37 Ford pickup grill. '59 Chevy Impala two-door hardtop. This is probably one of the hottest collector cars right now. Nobody saved them. People kept 55, 67 Chevys. People thought the '59s were ugly when they were new. They were hard for the dealers to sell. They were pretty worthless as trade-ins, so I'm told from the old-timers. So finding one now is exceptional. 1965 Chevrolet Bel Air, two-door post. Really attractive color combination, white over the light blue. This car is excellent, original. Kind of wish the hood was open because I'm curious what engine's in it. Overall, just an excellent, well-presented combination of probably original and restored car. Steering wheel is not original. That's a higher trim level piece than what a Bel Air would have had. '63 Buick Riviera, very iconic car. This is one that really launched the personal luxury class of cars, which exploded in the late 60s, early 70s. Very original car, just well kept, well presented, fantastic overall. Probably one of my favorite cars here, 57 Chevrolet, four-door hardtop, which the catalog name for it was the Sport Sedan. Can't really say much that hasn't already been said about a 57. Not really a muscle car show, but there are some that pop up. 65 Mustang, GTO, 66 or 7, 65 GTO next to it. Beautifully presented with flawless black paint. It's a beauty. Straight 8, original engine to this 1946 Buick. This is the two-door fastback. Catalog name for it was the Sedanette. This one's been repainted a metallic version of the original maroon. Beautiful car overall, presented very nicely with the probably 1950s era wire wheels. It's got the modern gauges and tweed interior. That's kind of a thing you have to deal with on these 40s cars. Natural fiber upholstery materials, wool, cotton, even if they're in great shape, just exposure to time overall breaks them down and they decay. I love this truck. I don't have any idea if it's original this way or if they restored it, but it's a very faithful and authentic presentation of a truck of the period. 62 or 3 Chevy steering wheel in there with a modern tilt column. This truck's been very professionally finished with paint and body. 1941 Chevrolet two-door sedan. This is a car that's near and dear to our family. Not this one particularly, but my dad had the same body style when he moved here from Virginia in '77, and unfortunately he sold it and left it there. So now every car show I go to, I always wonder if it's his that survived. Dune buggy chassis. No original Volkswagen parts left on that, except the engine and suspension, custom frame, custom pan. Not really my thing, but it's a neat build, got good craftsmanship. Kind of neat to see one with the tube frame and no body, so you can see all the mechanicals. 55 Chevrolet wagon. Not an expert on these, but I want to say this one's a 210. It's a mix of original and restored parts. Camaro SS convertible, and next to it 71, 72 Chevrolet. I'm not a huge fan of this body style, but I really like the way they've restored it authentically and presented it in the original paint color. 65 Ford station wagon, cool old sun-baked patina on this car. I know not everybody's into it, but I think it's cool.
About 65 on the interstate track is where it goes. Yeah, bud.
This is the 1957 Nash Ambassador. 1957 really was the end of an era for American Motors. It was the last year for the Hudson name to be used, and it was the last year for the Nash name to be used. 1958, there were Ramblers and the Nash Metropolitan carried on, but it was just called the Metropolitan as its own standalone model. This is a big, comfy car. Really the last grasp of that for 57, because in 58 they shifted all production to compacts. 1963 Cadillac two-door hardtop. This is a car that somebody was really proud of when they bought it new, and it's really neat to see this car still being preserved, and here 60 years later someone still very proud of this car. It's got a few custom touches on it, nothing too outlandish. Two-tone paint, not original. I believe the lower body paint is original by the look. Got the heavenly horns, speaker covers, and the bongo drums. Beatnik's banging on the bongos like a chimpanzee. (1950) Ford Crestliner. Had special two-tone trim, special hubcaps, and the fabric covered top. Ford did not have a two-door hardtop body till '51, and so the '50 Crestliner was their faux hardtop. Next to it, the 1951 Desoto. No, you're fine. Is this your shop?
Yeah.
I have a YouTube channel if you want me to show your info.
Yeah, if you want. Hell yeah, man. You're
All
welcome, and welcome to, and we thank you for it.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, you want, we can fire a couple of them up too, you know? So.
Oh, that's all right. This car started out as a 51 Chevy Fastback. It's been heavily modified, chopped, and you can hear in the background the MIG welding. These guys are currently actively chopping a car during the show here. Kind of a cool juxtaposition of the two, before and after. 1955 Plymouth. The average person wouldn't see it, but there's been a lot of work done in remaking the front end of this car. Desoto grille, Buick headlights, 55 Dodge hood, all blended together. Got the super cool green fogged paint on the dash. Got the paneled roof. Then around back, these are 55 Pontiac front bumpers. Here's the Oldsmobile Tornado. These came out in '66. I believe this one is a 67 because it's got the vented fend brake drums. This car's pretty original. Got a nice sun-baked patina on the original paint. Strato bench seat inside. It was a bucket backrest and regular bench on the bottom. Quite the engineering marvel. Got the front wheel drive. It was a turbo 400 transmission with chain drive, and there was a lot of very extensive engineering that they put into this car, which was really well proven because they did not have a lot of problems and issues. 1965 Mercury Comet Caliente convertible. This car's all stock down to the hubcaps. Got the bench seat. These could be ordered with a console and buckets. Comet is of course based on the Ford Falcon. 65 was the last year for that. And then they moved to the Fairlane chassis in 66. 58 Mercury. Really neat car. Wild, over-the-top styling. The crazy part is it's not even the top-of-the-line car. 65 Galaxy, two-door hardtop. This is, I believe, the XL, because it's got the bucket seats and the console. Kind of neat to see two vehicles that would have been on dealers' lots at the same time, the LTD and the Caliente. This car, guy said, was repainted on the bottom, but the top is original. It was in the Southwest and it got caught in a sandstorm. 58 Mercury again. I just can't believe there's this much style on the base model. Pretty basic inside though. It's a four-door post car, not a hardtop. Neat ride. Ford Thunderbird. These came out in '55. Obviously the competitor to the Corvette. 55 had the 6-volt system, and the 55 also had no spare tire on the outside in the Continental kit. Other than that, 55, 56, pretty well the same. 68 Ford. This is the LTD with the hideaway headlights. 57 Oldsmobile, two-door hardtop. Is that such a massive fortified look to the roof with those three windows in the back? This car's pretty well stock original. They've put aftermarket console, air conditioning, seat belts, and the big rims, but other than that, it's pretty faithful car to the original. These should have had a 371 V8 if I remember right. Old Mercury's been customized with the 55 Pontiac grill. Never seen that before on a Mercury. Funny license plate too. 50 Ford. 58 Pontiac. Two-door post. Cadillac convertible I wanted to catch. Probably one of my favorite cars out here at the show. '61 to '63 T-Bird customized. They've molded the whole front and rear bumpers and ends into that car. Custom Mercury. Ford unit body pickup. '47 Chevy Coupe. 59 Olds. If you like 59 Olds, be sure and subscribe. Throw that out as a little teaser. 37 Terraplane here. 35 Ford. This is really how a guy likes to find these cars. Just totally original. Pretty untouched overall. Flathead Ford like they all did. Can't remember what they call this, slant back or flat back. No trunk. No trunk lid. 1956 Plymouth, 4-door hardtop. 56 was the year. All manufacturers had a 4-door hardtop available. Repainted, reupholstered, presented very well. Original polyhead V8 in there. Cool old forward look car. Great colors, great styling. 1956 Plymouth Belvedere. Cadillac flower car. These were ones that showed up at the funerals for the very, very popular personalities. This is a factory coach built car, not by General Motors, but by an outside supplier. Superior, Hessen Eisenhart, and any of the other manufacturers of coach built hearses built these. 1956. Had its own grill, its own hubcaps. Lot was shared with the 54 and 55s. Just a really unique car, probably complicated to restore beyond the average Cadillac, so it's neat to see someone's put the effort in to present it this well. Here's a 1953, maybe 54 Desoto station wagon. This car has been totally rebuilt. They left the original patina on there, but all the mechanicals, all the interior has been refinished, refurbished, restored, brought up to date with modern mechanicals, modern brakes, in the original vintage package. Really unique, chubby look to the back of the car. Built by Icon. (1949 to 51) Ford shoebox. It's got a lot of custom work done to the interior. Cool old oil pan console. 37, 38 maybe, Studebaker. Sold pickup. Very, very rare vehicle. Not too many of them built. Got the chopped Mercury there. It's one where they left the B post vertical. (1957) Mercury two-door post, very similar to the 58. 57s had single headlights instead of the dual headlights the 58s did.